Students, good morning all. How are you? So students, we have just started our chapter which is continued. This is combustion and flame. In my last lectures, I had explained you people how the combustion, any of the substance, it takes combustion, what are its requirement and how combustion can be extinguished. Similarly, in my last lecture, I have explained what is the calorific value, what is fuel, what is an ideal fuel, and its characteristics. So many things we have discussed about it. Now, when the burning substances or the fuels they are burnt, they produces a lot of pollution in the environment, right? Or we can say with the increasing population, the demand for the fuels, it is increasing day by day, and land is also being required day by day due to the increase of the population. That's why deforestation process is now in peak, means cutting of the forest. This is continued to clear the forest to have an agricultural land, and slowly agricultural land is being converted to the residential areas. What to sum up is the plants who absorb the pollutants, they are reducing day by day. That's why in an environment, due to the excessive use of the fuels in the form of the coal, petroleum, means fossil fuels, a lot of pollutants, they every day are entering, they are added on into the atmosphere. Now, what are these pollutants and what is their adverse effect to the environment, that we are going to discuss as a last topic of the chapter, right? So students, pollutants, we are doing harmful effects of the air pollution. First of all, which gases are being released every day as a pollutant by various vehicles, the factories, etc., etc. Unburned carbon particles, they are released, that are also called particulate matter. These are released along with the smoke in the environment due to the this vehicles, running vehicles, as well as in the factories. You people have seen black color smoke which is being produced by the so many vehicles which are running on the road, right? So similarly, carbon dioxide is being produced, carbon monoxide, oxides of the sulfur and nitrogen. So these are the basic pollutants. Let us start discussing one by one. So students, we all are aware about it, that the unburnt carbon particles, which are also called the particulate matter, they are released along with the fuels, right, in the form of the pollutants. These are the unburnt carbon particles, which are, when inhaled by the human being, this creates a lot of this respiratory problems, a lot of allergic problems to the human being. Even if the unburned carbon particles are not being released, the smoke which is released by the vehicles, this mixes with the fog in the winter season and convert it into the smog, smog, smoke. Smoke is really very dangerous. It reduces the visibility in the winter. That's why in the metropolitan cities this affect the traffic. So many people, so many vehicles, they met with an accident due to the presence of the thick layer of the smoke, especially in the winter season, right? Similarly, the next pollutant is carbon dioxide. The concentration of carbon dioxide, this is increased day by day by its release from the various this burning of the fossil fuels, right? Carbon dioxide, it has a tendency to trap the infrared radiations of the sun, right? That is, it traps the sun rays which is falling on the earth every day, right? Due to the trapping of the extra amount of the solar rays, this increase the global temperature. This affects the greenhouse, that is called greenhouse effect. The major greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, etc., right? So this ultimately result to the global warming, right? Due to the global warming, the polar caps will start melting in the coming future, and there will be floods all around. Next, students, is the carbon monoxide, right? carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas. You all are aware about it. When carbon dioxide monoxide is formed, right, when the fossil fuels or the fuels they are burnt, right, when the fuel is burnt in the insufficient amount of oxygen, at that time it doesn't release carbon dioxide, it releases carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas. This mixes with the blood present hemoglobin in the blood even, and produces a carboxyhemoglobin layer that creates suffocation in the body. Due to that, person may be unconscious, and sometimes the death of the person may be there who have inhaled carbon monoxide for longer time, right? So similarly, the worst effect among these all is the acid rain, right? Excessive amount of carbon dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, oxides of the sulfur, etc., they mixes with the water vapors present in the atmosphere, right? In the atmosphere, in every season, there are the water vapors or the humid content present in the atmosphere. These gases mixes with the water and makes acids in the form of sulfuric acid, sulfurous acid, nitric acid, carbonic acid, etc. When it rains, these acids come along with the rain or the rainy water on the earth, which is called acid rain. Students, acid rain is really very dangerous. This may create a lot of skin problem. When it is fallen down on the old monuments or the buildings, it corrode. It will start corroding them. Taj Mahal have turned yellow in color due to the presence of the acid, the continuous acid rain in the nearby vicinity area. It affect the metal substances. It affects the old monument or the buildings. It eats up the cement even. It has a corroding action. It starts spoiling the plants, etc. Right? So these are the basic pollution which we being created by excessive use of the fossil fuels. Right? Now there must be check on the population, how to control it. The pollution can only be controlled when the judicial action will be taken by the human being as well as by the government. And now how it can be? By reducing the use of the fossil fuels. Fossil fuels should be used at the utmost need whenever it is required, right? We are going at the one same place by our own vehicle. Why not to make a carpool in that? Why not to use the public transport instead of the private transport? So many alternates are there. Or secondly, we should encourage the alternative sources of energy, right? You know, the alternative sources of energy, biomass energy is there. Similarly, geothermal, tidal energy, nuclear energy, right, hydropower energy. These are the so many energies are there which are considered as the alternative sources of energy. Means these energy sources of energy should be encouraged and fossil fuels should be reduced. Only then we have a check on the pollution. This finishes your chapter. Thank you, students.